Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is MC and I make videos and blogs for international students who want to study, settle, and explore the opportunities here in Canada. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you hit that red button below and don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that I upload every single week. So in today's video, it will be the part 2 of our video series about statement of purpose slash study plan slash SOP, whatever you call it. If you haven't checked the first video or the first part of this video series, I would highly suggest to watch that first before moving on to the second part, because so you guys don't miss that flow of the study plan. So in this specific video, we're going to talk about why did you choose Canada, why did you choose this specific program, why did you choose this specific school, and lastly we're going to talk about the travel history. So I believe we're still gonna have another video tomorrow at the same time, but I think that will be the last video for study plan, so you guys shouldn't miss that. Okay, you guys should watch this till the end because SOP, it's very important. I don't know how to reiterate that to all our aspiring students. Just a quick one, if you're my SLE members and if you're not part of our SLE student lounge, you guys should join. If you're interested, make sure that you check my description box and or the comment section. I will leave the link there for you guys to join, and I'll see you in my mentorship group. So before further ado, let's move on to our topic for today. This part, you're not just gonna talk about why do you like Canada. You're going to look at like different areas. So
Mhm.
why do you choose this country? Why not the US? Why do you just study
Mhm.
in your home country where the education is more
Sure.
affordable?
My advice to you guys: research,
Yeah.
research of the things that are best known for Canada,
Mm-hmm.
because that would be your introduction. No, that would be the statement that you're going to use to answer the question why Canada.
Yeah.
And at the same time, that will also draw you to why you need to study again and
Mm-hmm.
why in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Because, say, for example, in my case, since most of my work experience is in the Middle East, so I, as what M says, that you may love what you do. You may love what you're doing in your company right now, but you don't have the basic foundation of the education that is supposed to be having
Mm-hmm.
in your job description. And if you wanted to be promoted, then
Mm-hmm.
you might be out of luck.
Like what I noticed here in Canada, they like example, like a real scenario, and then from that you explain what happened. Give a real scenario that will help you to explain something, right?
True, true. Yeah, always draw something from a real life experience.
Yes, because it will sound like it's true. It's
True.
realistic.
And it will sound as if that you really write your SOP.
Yes, yeah.
It's really personal. So why Canada? Of course,
Yeah, so why
first you
Canada?
need to do your research as to why Canada. Think of the reason why you chose Canada in the first place. So we will give you some points that you might be able to use, but don't use it as per words. Just um, start from there and then use your own words. So
Yeah.
Canada, among all the G7 countries, is the cheapest
Yes,
education.
which is
But you
true.
can you might dispute on that one. And in North America, if you compare it with US, the Western countries,
Which is true because if you're going to check the US and Australia, it's way cheaper here and affordable. And
like
in yeah,
In North America alone, of course, Canada is more suitable for a student
yeah,
because Canada is peaceful.
yes,
Canadians are nicer than
yeah,
the one in the south, and
yeah,
Canadian are striving to differentiate themselves from the people in
yeah.
the south.
They're very well known of being polite.
And
Polite.
oh yeah, so like if you're going to write this part, it's easy. I always tell like if someone asks me, it's easy to explain this because
So
it's
this
just
is the easier. I mean, like for me, if this would have been the introduction, this is the easiest part of
part where you can
the part
explain
of
why
your study
Canada.
plan. Why Canada?
And I have one point on that. I saw some SOP. They have a table. They compare different countries, but for me, I didn't have to have a table.
Yeah,
I
true.
didn't have that.
So you can actually research, and if you like something, do not copy everything.
Yes,
Just
yes.
you may want to borrow the idea of
Paraphrase.
that statement, paraphrase it,
Yeah.
use your own approach into it, but it
Hmm.
will be the same idea as the one with the one as from the one you found.
And also, like, if you're going to compare it with other countries, you always have to focus on cost, duration, and then what else? The cost of living, like the cost of the
Quality
program, duration, cost of living in that
quality of the
country,
education,
and then
because guys,
quality of
the
education.
the Canadian education is high regarded across the world.
Yeah.
So I remember in my study plan, I mentioned that since my company is a multinational company and a very diverse company, most of the higher management is Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
Are Canadians,
Mm-hmm.
and they give high regards
Mm-hmm.
to people who had finished their degrees in Canada.
Yes, and also like in this part, you will tell the like you will explain very briefly why do you study here and why not in the Philippines because it makes sense why you didn't go to your home country. Like for example, in the Philippines, it's really cheap in the
Yeah, because guys, the topic of why Canada is also directly synonymous and correlated to why not the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, don't
as what we
forget
said
that.
earlier, do not sound negative.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in my case, since it's really easier for me to defend my study plan because I wanted to shift from nursing, but then my next what you call this, my next hurdle is, since you're choosing business course, why not take business course in the Philippines?
Yeah, where there are some business
Yeah, so
programs, right?
because I've already presented that I love to study in Canada because of this A B C D blah blah blah, and then the next follow up, then the follow up there is why not take in the Philippines,
Like,
and that is one of the hardest part, because you shouldn't sound negative in saying that Philippines education is
mhm,
crap, as we
mhm.
all know.
Like the way I explain it, I started with like why I didn't choose the Philippines. I started with that first,
Mhm,
and then I give some strengths of the education in the Philippines, but the end I gave some weaknesses as
mhm.
well. So like,
So
and then
what you
that
can. Mhm,
yeah that connected, and then that brought me to the reason why
mhm.
I chose Canada.
True. So the technique on how you shouldn't sound negative is, first, write down all of the negative things as to why not the Philippines, and then
Hmm.
once you have all of those pointers, just check off. Say for example, just take one of the points and then convert it into a positive approach. So say for
Hmm.
example, I don't wanna. The point is, I don't wanna study business in the Philippines because education there is crap, or
Hmm.
it's the quality is not highly regarded some anywhere else. I converted it into saying that in my company, since it's a multinational
Hmm.
company, most of the people on the higher rankings are
Hmm.
those who are degree holder from Canada.
Yeah.
And it's really rare for you to see that people who are in higher management that has degree from the Philippines.
Yeah, and
So
also
you
like
see the difference there.
yeah.
You're not saying that, oh, compared Canada, Canadian degree is blah blah blah, and Philippines well is just at the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah, you can do like sandwich approach that were
Yeah,
like
sandwich. It's like
positive,
kiss,
negative,
slap,
positive.
true.
That's
Mhm.
how you do it. So
Yeah,
they
it's like
won't
kiss, slap, kiss
see,
approach.
yeah, they won't see the negative too much, like too much.
Too
So
much. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's how
So
you
that's it.
explain why Canada and why not in the Philippines
Not the
and why not
Philippines.
like
Hmm.
in the US and Australia.
And also, for this is also a bonus for those who are actually taking up a course that is very rare, a very rare course,
Yes, yeah, it's
because
a
it's
bit
really easy for you
specialized.
to explain that I'm actually taking this in Canada because this is non-existent in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines. It's not
Mm-hmm.
offered in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I'm saying to you guys. Choose a course or a program that is rare
Yeah.
and not offered somewhere else but Canada.
So
So that's
that will lead us to the next uh,
topic.
topic, which is why did you choose this Canadian school
True,
and
true.
why did you choose this program? This one it's very very important because I
Mm-hmm.
always like I saw a lot of people got a refusal letter because of the wrong like it's the wrong program. You know, okay, I have
Mm-hmm.
like some sentiment on this. Like, okay, this person
True.
went to an agency, you know, that agency they will recommend a school that is they're like they are related or you know affiliated to that school,
Affiliated.
and then they will tell you, oh, you take this program and blah blah blah, you know. They like I'm not like negative, but it's your responsibility to check what will be the right program for
Agree.
yourself, right?
Always think of yourself because this is what uh this is why agencies are there because it's business. They would
Hmm.
only think of the profit of their company.
Yeah, that's
So
the
they would
like
just put
real
you in
talk.
there just like it's like they're gonna throw you in water and expect you to swim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some students who took a wrong program and they
I mean,
got
like
pissed because of
in my
that.
case, in all fairness, with my agency, they wanted me to choose my school.
Hmm.
Although they have their affiliated school, but they wanted me to choose first, and then they will start from there.
Yeah.
So,
Like they just
in your
don't
case, if you're a
rely on other
DIY,
people.
because if you're a DIY, if you do it yourself, of course, the factors that would drive you into choosing a school would be where are your relatives from, or
Hmm.
where are your relatives located in Canada. So maybe that would be your first factor as to why you choose that school. But based on what we but based on what we mentioned with you before, guys, choose first the one that would make it easier for you to transition to PR.
And also like do your research. Let's say for example, Niagara College is well known when it comes to culinary or nursing
True,
programs. You
true.
know, just do your research, and then immigration officers are they're not stupid. Okay, they're also doing their own research. So like if you're claiming that this school is well known for this type of field, then they would know that they can do their own research.
And
So
guys, do I think a lot of study plan that I checked in the past, once most of those who are uh, refused were saying that my family is here in Alberta,
yeah,
blah blah blah. So it would be easier
avoid
for me.
saying
I
that.
avoid saying that because that would also that is also correlated into saying that my family is here and I don't see myself going back in the Philippines, so that would also
Yeah.
affect your home
Mhm.
ties.
And also, like, if you're choosing a program, let's say you're sticking to your career, let's say you finish a bachelor's degree in the Philippines, And then here you're going to take the diploma. So there are like some people, am I going to take a diploma? Am I going to take a post graduation diploma? For me, if it's the same field, always take an upgrade. It should be post degree
True,
diploma.
true,
But
true.
if you're changing your career, you should always start from the bottom. It should be
Mm-hmm.
diploma because you have to
True.
know the basics. You can't even get in if you're I think if nursing, you need to have a bachelor's degree in nursing before you
Mm-hmm.
can take the post graduation. But
Agree.
anyways, let's go back to our topic. How would you explain this program? So for me, if it's an upgrade, it's easy, right? It's easy
It's easy.
to explain that. And if it's like a change career, it's easy to explain that as well. But
True.
I always tell the students that look at the program uh, outline. You know, look at check the website. What does it say on the program? What are the strength
Mhm.
of that
Because
program?
most of the school will tell you the prerequisite, the
Yeah,
what you call this, what are the
courses.
what are the subjects in that program, and then after that, after you finish your program, what's next for you?
Yeah, what will be your end
Field of
goal?
work, yeah, or what would be your field of work after you finish this program?
Yeah, so like basically when I explain like why this program, I look at the website, the program description, and I double check like what will be the outcome of this program, what would that be in line with the goal that I was telling the immigration
Mhm.
officer.
Yeah, because in my case, um I took up business foundation, and then when I saw the outcome, so
Mhm,
I used that one,
mhm.
and I said to my letter that after I finish this 1 year program, I have the qualification and the education attainment that would back up my application for a future promotion in my company
Yeah.
when I get back to my company.
Like in my SOP, because I work in a digital company before, right? So like the program that I initially picked was business administration in software management. I
Mhm.
didn't pick accounting. You're going to pick your concentration once you're here in Canada. So when I wrote my SOP, I didn't pick accounting. I picked something that is related to my recent experience, which is like
Mhm.
digital industry. So like I focus on the courses, and I told the VO like this specific courses. When I say courses, it's AKA subjects. So this specific subjects will actually improve me in this area. So it will be more like digital courses and something like that. And then for the why this specific school, that as I have said earlier, do your research and make sure that this school is specialized with this kind of
True.
program. So, are you gonna add something on that? Like, why did you choose
I
this
mean, like in my
school?
case, since I'm at Centennial College, I just researched Centennial College, and I
Yeah.
just found out that it's the first college in Ontario.
Oh,
So I
really?
told them,
Okay.
yeah. So so I put in my SOP that since this is since this is the first college of Ontario, this must have been had the reputation already for producing quality graduates
Mhm. And then
and blah blah blah.
I added in my SOP the weather, because I went to NSCC, right? So that's in Nova Scotia. So did my research, and Nova Scotia has one of the not coldest, like in the middle.
Mild winter.
Yeah, mild winter compared with other provinces here in
Yes,
Canada. So I added that as well. So that's
true,
how we explain our why this program and why this Canadian school. Yeah.
true. And always make sure that you don't mention that since there is you have a family there
Mhm.
that will help you
Yeah.
into transitioning for PR. Never, ever, ever say that.
And then like I just want
Yes.
to add a quick one for because we just recently had this student who posted something about private schools. So I want to
Mhm.
add that here in this video. Like you guys should be careful when it comes to that. Always check the DLI list if the school is eligible for PGWP. So as you know, your end goal here is to get your post graduation work permit. Don't waste your money going to a private school and then at the end you're not getting your permit.
True.
Yeah.
So the next topic would be,
How will you pay your studies? How would you
oh,
explain that?
okay, so
And then a
this is the
travel
hard
history.
travel history.
Yeah, you have to explain your
Ah,
travel history. I will add something. Like this section that we're talking about right now, it's the refusal letter. These are the like the
common
common reasons why people
reasons.
refuse
Yeah,
why people got
your
a
travel
refusal letter.
history will be taken to the account.
Yes, so that's why
Although
you have to explain.
although those who haven't traveled anywhere else might be scared, like, what about me? I
There
haven't
is
traveled
a way
outside
to explain
Philippines.
that,
Yeah, that is
right?
there's a way to explain that.
Which we're
And
going to tackle here in our video.
okay, so I think we need to touch first the travel history, because
Yeah.
proof of finances is a another big topic.
Yes, it's important. Yeah.
It's really important. Okay, so first is the travel history. For those who are working in the Middle East or outside of the Philippines, for sure you have traveled, like for example, for those who've been working in Singapore, you
Hmm.
probably have been traveling to Indonesia, Malaysia,
Yeah.
Thailand. That is already a good travel history. The easiest thing that you can just defend on your travel history is you can just say that um, being able to work outside of the Philippines gave me the opportunity to save and the privilege to travel.
Hmm.
And traveling these countries also taught me how to follow the rule of um, valid stay. Valid stay. Always and always say that.
And
Because,
also include your travel stamp. So
sure.
always highlight that sentence that you never overstayed to any countries that you have visited and you
Mhm,
don't have any plans, yeah,
plan to
when
do.
it's
Because those are
plan to.
strong words, guys, that first, that you are respecting the
The law.
country's law of immigrate, the immigration law, the country's law of valid stay, and
Mm-hmm.
that being an expat on where you are at right now, that
Mm-hmm.
being able to maintain your valid residency is
Mm-hmm.
crucial. Otherwise, say in the Middle East, if you have you got overstayed, you will be penalized, and that is a record already. So
Mm-hmm.
just tell it to them. You just wanted to maintain a
Yeah.
clean immigration record, and that you will have, you are also planning to visit those country
Yeah.
again without any problem, because you have records for overstaying or illegal stay, something like that. Always
Mm-hmm.
use the proper words on that one, because just tell them, and you are planning the same way when you are in Canada. Tell them that you will be up
Mm-hmm.
uh
Up
leaving
to the
Canada
yeah.
before the expiration date
Mm-hmm.
of the study plan, the study permit. It's like I'm claiming already that they're going to approve my
Give you the
application.
student permit, study
True.
permit. Acknowledge that you know the rules and like you're going to leave this country once your permit is about to expire. And then now like for example, I don't have any travel history outside the Philippines. So
Mhm.
this I have this in my guide actually that always tell them that you believe in delay gratification. Like you want to explore your own country.
True.
Yeah, but
True.
how would you explain it? Do you have any other
So
suggestions?
in my case, if you haven't traveled anywhere else in the world, that is also a good point that you can tell that since Canada will be my first country outside of the Philippines, it is a great privilege for me that I will be visiting this mighty great white north, and I plan to travel other countries after Canada, and I don't want to have a bad record in my first country, blah blah blah.
Being able to study and then travel Canada will be a great
Yeah, it's like hitting two
privilege.
birds in one stone.
Mhm.
I think that's also a good point that you said that you believe in delay gratification.
Delay
how
gratification.
how are we going to gratify yourself if you haven't had made the foundation,
Mm-hmm.
like the correct foundation? So for you, you just say to them that I will take good care of that record and the
Mm-hmm.
privilege that you will give to
Mm-hmm.
me to
Mm-hmm.
be able to go to Canada.
Yeah.
And after I finish my degree, I'll go back to the Philippines, practice it, and then explore the world. Say
Yeah.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you guys find this video again helpful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, check the last video. Tomorrow will be uploaded the same time. And don't forget, write all the stuff that we talk about from day one to till the end. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you to the next one. Bye!